exaggerations of the Vikings who created and worshipped them. They try to explain how humans are as we are and how things came to be. They tell us about ourselves and our world, not as modern scientists would, but through the lens of imaginative storytelling, coloured by the beauty and expanse and extremes of the icy, fiery landscape where they originated. When I think about the Vikings, or talk about the Vikings, my eyes brighten, my heart beats faster, and sometimes my hair stands on end. Energetic and practical and witty and daring and quarrelsome and passionate, always eager to go to the edge and see and find out more. That's how Vikings were. Their tough and stubborn and often beautiful women managed self-sufficient farmsteads in Norway and Sweden and Denmark and Iceland and Greenland, and were at least as capable and outspoken as their men. And for around 3 centuries, from the beginning of the 9th to the end of the 11th, many of their husbands, and not a few of their sons and daughters, sailed south and east and west in their elegant and superbly made clinker boats as mercenaries, traders, hit-and-run raiders, settlers and rulers. And of course they took their gods and beliefs and language with them. Snorri Sturluson. If you'd been able to ask him whether or not these stories were true, he might have replied, "Well, I think it's best to believe nothing and everything, in a way." And what he did actually write was this. Well, now, I've never heard of anyone who has written down more about the story of the world. Kevin Crossley-Holland, Chalk Hill, November 2017. Gods and Goddesses. Odin, the ruler of the gods, known as Allfather, the god of battle and poetry. Loki, the son of 2 giants, a mischief-making trickster. Thor, the god of thunder, son of Odin, fights with his hammer Mjolnir. Freya, the god of plenty and the sun, brother to Freya. Frigg, the foremost of the goddesses, the wife of Odin and mother of Balder. Balder, the best and most gentle of the gods, Odin and Frigg's son. Hod, Balder's blind brother. Freya, the most beautiful of all the goddesses, Freya's sister. Njord, the god of seafarers and fishermen. Sif, Thor's golden-haired wife. Heimdall, the watchman of the gods. Idun, the keeper of the golden apples of youth. Dwarfs and giants. Fjallar and Galar brew the mead of poetry. Brothers. Son 1 and Son 2, skilled smiths, sons of Ivaldi. Brok and Eitri, skilled smiths, brothers. Alvis, knowledgeable about the 9 worlds. The giant king lives in Utgard, a great fortress in Jotunheim. Hrungnir, strongest of all the giants. Geirrod hates the gods. Suttung, keeper of the mead of poetry. Gerd, renowned for her ravishing beauty. Thiassi and Skadi, father and daughter, known for skiing and hunting. In the beginning. Be generous, be spirited, and you'll lead a happy life. There was a king of Sweden called Gylfi. He knew a great deal more than most men and women because he listened to storytellers, and because he was curious and had a good memory. He knew that there were 9 worlds and that these worlds were on 3 levels, rather like 3 huge platters suspended one above the other, with an enormous space between each of them. He knew the top level was called Asgard, and the middle one was Midgard, and the bottom one was a dark world called Niflheim. King Gylfi knew that Asgard was where the gods and goddesses lived, and that unless you could fly like an eagle or a falcon, or maybe a